it's Shani today here. Welcome to a new Wednesday video, and I'm super stoked because today is something, and I finally get to address something that so many of you guys across the board, being it Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, have requested this from me and asked me about it, DM me about it, message me, and I am here to finally address the thing. Let's get into it. An unbelievable amount of you have asked me over the years, but Shani, where do you get your geek and gaming related things? I want to grow my collection and I really like your collection, Exhibit A. So the funny thing is why I'm doing this video now and why I thought it was the appropriate time is because yesterday's video, which you can check out in the cards right now, I did a video about the updated setup that's going on the gaming side and the actual video creation side, but I didn't chat about the background behind me with all of my stuff and my things. To start off with, I just want to say, because I know my subscriber base is quite split between the US, the UK, and then South Africa, that a lot of the stuff that I will be addressing today is very related to South Africa because we unfortunately don't have that one-stop shop or one-stop website where we can go online, we can find everything that our heart desires, we can order it, and we can expect delivery between 3 and 5 working days because unfortunately in South Africa we can order from those sites, but the reality is our local postal service is quite trash and it'll probably get lost in the mail. Yay. So if you're an international subscriber outside of South Africa/Africa, my recommendations would be that you guys have amazing websites. Sites like Redbubble, you've got ThinkGeek, you have Jinx, you've got Minecraft have their own store that you can purchase from, as well as I once upon a time ordered something from, I think it's still called the UV Workshop, but it's the Ubisoft shop. They've got a whole bunch of really cool stuff related to their games. And I mean, you guys have Amazon that you can order from as well, which is really, really cool. As well as what you guys have in the States that I'm super, super envious about is the amount of Pixel Pals that you guys can order. And you can walk into any store and buy a whole lot of them. And unfortunately, we don't have that here. So if you're in the States or if you're in the surrounds, you have pdp.com. I know GameStop have some exclusives, and yeah, so those are the Pixel Pals. And I know I am a PDP brand ambassador, so take that with a little bit of a pinch of salt. But even if I wasn't a brand ambassador, I would still want to collect every single one of these guys because I just think they're amazing. So currently I have these 3, and then you would have seen yesterday I also have the 8-bit link. As for South Africans with regards to PDP Pixel Pals, they are available at shops like Musica and Delta 5, and then I know the Nexus have it as well. I'll get back to the Nexus though. The Nexus is a point that I want to chat about, but those are the PDP Pixel Pals. We have a very limited amount of them in South Africa, but it's okay. They're still awesome, they're still great, and definitely something worth checking out. They're kind of like pop vinyls, but they're flat and they light up, so that's fun. Locally and chatting to my South African audience, my first and foremost port of call is always the geek and gaming events that happen throughout the year. I know a lot of them are based in Joburg and some of them are in Cape Town. There is one in Durban, which I will get to now. But my main thing is I save up money, and then whenever I know I'm going to an event, that is where I take my lump sum of cash and I buy all of the nerd things. So I'm talking about events like Rage and Rush and EGE, which is in Cape Town, Icon, which yes is up in Joburg, but they also have a Durban iteration, which previously was called Icon by the Sea. I don't know if they've rebranded to Icon Durban, but they've also got Icon, which is based in Durban, and then as well as Geek Fest, which is also up in Joburg. Whenever these kinds of events happen, I do share them on my social media, so make sure you're following me on Twitter and you can be made aware of when something cool and geeky and where there is going to be vendors selling some form of geeky related and gaming related things. That is your go-to place. That is my go-to place. I buy majority of my stuff from Rage, in all honesty, because my birthday is over that time and I usually spend my birthday money on stuff at Rage. Dark Carnival are also really, really cool as a vendor. I get a lot of my Pokemon related stuff there, so like my Bulbasaur, my Pikachu, I've got a Charmander, and I've got a Squirtle from them as well. I think my Pokeball's from them, and I've got a couple of Pokemon flat caps that are from Dark Carnival. as well as the video that I did about the South Park Fractured Butthole superhero backstory. Majority of the costumes in that video were from Dark Carnival, so they've got a whole bunch of geeky related things. They aren't the only site though. There is Juice Bubble, where you can get a whole bunch of really cool geeky and meme related t-shirts, and they actually also do custom printing if you send them files and stuff. It's pretty cool. Also got all our local comic book stores, but the one that I have to point out is in fact the Nexus. The Nexus I love to bits. It is based in Randburg in Joburg. It is literally a mecca of all geek things, and they sell the best milkshakes in the world. That is the Nexus and all of online stores. And then as well as like really random things, like once upon a time when the Angry Birds movie was a big thing, I got my, I don't know if you can see him over there, but I got my my pig from Angry Birds, and then as well as my Angry Birds plushies I actually got from Spar, which is not really somewhere where you would expect to get something like that, but you should actually just keep your ear to the ground when it comes to shops like that, because I know I got my Batman mug from either Pick and Pay or Checkers at a stage as well. It's just about keeping your ear on the ground, because sometimes things will come into fashion and people will be like, oh my goodness, where'd you get that? I'm like, dude, I got it from Spar. I have my little Lego Shiny, which is an actual little Lego version of myself. That was from Mini Me Memorables, and then I'm going to leave all of the links in the description below, by the way. Like everything that I chat about, they're all going to be in the description below, as well as a bunch of my really random knickknacks and stuff came from NerdNab, which used to be a local subscription box in South Africa, which has unfortunately discontinued in the country, and I'm super sad about that because I used to get shirts from them. I have done a whole bunch of unboxings of those on the channel, but unfortunately they no longer exist, which brings me to the discussion of Loot Crate, which all of my American subscribers have pricked up their ears again. I kinda want to hear from you guys, because I've heard two sides of the story to ordering Loot Crate and shipping it into the country, specifically South Africa. I've heard really good stories, but I've also heard really bad stories. So I wanted to hear from you guys. If I had to be the guinea pig and order a Loot Crate and do a video about it, depending on how it goes and what my experience is about it, would you guys like me to do something like that? Let me know in the comments below if you want me to be the guinea pig and test out ordering Loot Crate into the country, because they have so much cool stuff and they've got different themed boxes and it's just awesome and nerdy, and let me know in the comments if you want me to be that guinea pig. Just let me know. So that is in form of subscription boxes, pointing out random things in my setup. My Grumpy Cat I got from Toys R Us a couple of years ago, so that's an example of a really random shop. Then my big giant rubber duck person that's in the top of my setup, that if I take it down it'll fall over. Now that I got from At Home a couple of years ago. If I look this side, my C comes from Typo. A lot of my little fiddly bits come from Typo and stuff like that. And then as well as like simple things like my Yarn Yoshi is actually an amiibo. I have nothing that I can play the amiibo on, but I still wanted it in my collection, so I've coughed up the cash and I bought an amiibo, and now he lives in my setup. And then things like you would have seen my pop-up little Mario flower thing that's currently just chilling like a Venus flytrap, which I mentioned in my video yesterday. This was a McDonald's toy from a Happy Meal. So depending on what's popular at the time, random shops and random outlets will also be selling geek things. And then I think to round the video off, ideally, I would also just address that if it comes to like shirts and stuff like that, you can make your own. And everyone's like, I don't know what you're talking about. My creeper shirt, my Minecraft creeper shirt, I literally made myself for Minecon last year. Literally, I went and bought a green shirt. I took a laundry marker and I colored it in. It's not perfect, but it's pretty perfect for my standards. So yeah, that was the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I do want to do a styled video like I did for the Redbubble shopping thing. I definitely want to do with more sites. So let me know in the comments below if there are any geek sites that you're aware of that I have left out that you think the rest of the subscribers and the humans should know about. And if you want me to do a wish list shopping thing, because I really enjoyed making that Redbubble video, guys. So that was the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. A little bit of a random one. So many of you have asked where I get my geek and gaming things, and that is the secret to my geekiness, I guess. I don't know. I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new around here. Remember that we're all human differently, and I'll see you guys again soon. Cheers! I'm super stoked for you guys to